Hello everyone. In this video we will be solving an inequality. So an inequality is basically any mathematical expression that two sides are not equal. We solve them just as we would if we were trying to find the value of n, as if it were a solving for unknowns type of problem. So first I'm going to distribute this -7 to both sides. I will be left with -7 times 3 gives us -21n. -7 times the +3 will give us -21 plus 5n on this side. That's the greater than or equal to sign. 27 minus 8n. So now I'm going to combine like terms just to make my life a little bit easier. So here I have -21n, and here I have 5n. Now the signs are different, so if we want to combine them, we have to subtract and keep the sign of the greater number. So 21 minus 5, that will be 16n. And here I have the -21, and I'm just bringing everything else down. Now let's cancel out one of the n terms. It's always better to work with the n term that will leave you with a positive value. So, or otherwise known as the smallest value. So 8n, and it's negative, it looks like the smallest value, but really -16n is smaller. It is more negative, therefore it is smaller. So I'm going to cancel out this 16n term, and I'm going to add it to both sides. Whatever I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other side. Here I have 27 plus 8n is greater than or equal to -21. Now I want to cancel out the 27 term, so I'm going to subtract both sides by 27. The 27s will cancel out. -21 and -27, that is not subtraction. Both signs are the same. So it's better to add them and keep the sign. So I'm left with 48. And that was negative, because both the numbers were negative. And 8n is greater than or equal to -48. We're going to solve for n and divide both sides by 8 now. N is greater than or equal to -6. A negative divided by a positive still gets you a negative number. Let's draw the graph to this. We have our number line. We have 0. We have -6. N is greater than or equal to -6. So we're going to circle the -6 area, and because there is an equal to sign, since it's or equal to, we're going to fill it in. This is called a closed circle. And n is greater than -6, so any number higher than -6 works, be it 5, be it 7, be it 1, be it -2. All of these numbers are supposed to allow this inequality to work out correctly. So this is somewhat how our graph would look. So just to test our work, let's make sure one side is greater than the other side if we use -6. Now if we use -6 on the dot, what we will have is that both numbers will be equal to each other. So let me plug everything in. Greater than or equal to -7 times 3n plus 3 plus 5n. Running out of space here. Now let's plug in -6 wherever we have an n. So we have 27 minus 8 times negative 6 is greater than or equal to negative 7 times 3 times negative 6 plus 3 plus 5 times negative 6. Yeah, this is a lot to write. So we have 27. Let's do order of operations. On this side, negative 8 times negative 6, that'll give us positive 48. On that side, let's work with the parentheses and work outwards. We have 3 times negative 6, which gives you negative 18 plus 3. Negative 18 plus 3 gives you, that's subtraction. You want to keep the sign of the greater number. That gives you negative 15. 5 times negative 6 gives you negative 30 over here. And this is being multiplied by 7. That is the greater than or equal to sign. 27 plus 48, if we add that together, we are left with 5, carry the 1, 75 on this side. Now here we have negative 7 times 15, two negatives. When you multiply them together, will give you a positive. So let's see, 5 times 15 would be 75. So if we add 30 there, we'll have a positive 105 minus 30. And if we subtract that, we end up with 75 is greater than or equal to 75.